Hello, this is Hedda Thompson speaking. I'm teaching at the AP program of Marketing Management in Roskilde, and I teach in marketing, the course called Marketing. This is third semester, and on third semester, we mainly teach about the international market selection process, also called IMS. And in this video, I'm going to talk to you about step 2, the microanalysis, about the competitors. You can see it here. Normally we need to do a complete marketing environment analysis, but for this video, we have reached the micro environment and how to do a competitive analysis as a professional. As you can see here, we use this academic model to talk about microenvironment. We have, when we talk about product and market conditions, we have the competitors, we have the customers, we have the promotion, and we have the distribution. For this, we continue just talking about the competitors. How is the competitive situation, and how should we sell and when to sell in a particular market? When we talk about the competitive situation in a market, in a new country or an existing market outside your borders, we have these 6 models to use. Normally, I know that most of you only knows Porter's 5 forces, but on an industry level, we have these 2 ones. We have Porter's 5 forces, we have blue ocean and red ocean we can talk about. And on the company level, you can always talk about the main forms of competition, the competitive positionings, and the competitive profile, and also benchmark. When we look at Porter's 5 forces, we have these headlines to talk from. First, we always start talking about how intense is the rivalry on the market. So we start in the middle, so to speak, okay? Sorry about that. Then afterwards, we go and have a look up here at the entry barriers. Is it difficult to get into the market? Yes or no? And you can see there's a lot of bullet points here and things from which you can talk from and talk about in terms of the entry barriers. Afterwards, you can talk about the substitutes. Are there a lot of substitutes for this particular product or this particular service that you're selling? Afterwards, you look at the buyers, and when I talk about buyers, I mean all buyers, not just one or one target group. It's all the buyers that could be interested in your product, and also all the suppliers. You can see underneath in terms of the buyers. What can you talk about when you talk about buyers? You can talk about the bargaining leverage for the buyer. You can see different kind of headlines again about what to talk about, and also you can talk about price sensitivity. The same goes for the suppliers. There's a variety of different things you can get inspired by looking at these headlines and see what you can write about here. Blue ocean, it's when you go into a new market, and in that market there's not a particular big competition going on. Maybe there will be somebody who sells the same product as you, but it's still not in a very structured way. That's what we call a blue ocean market to go into. Red ocean, the word, I think the headline tells everything about that. It's where there's a fierce competition going on. And you can argue for that as well. If your product or service is better than the other ones, you can even go into a red ocean and red ocean market, if you think you're strong enough as a company financially, in terms of your product, in terms of your supporting services, and so on. This is another model you can talk from. You can talk about the main forms of competition. Nowadays, you mainly talk about the heterogeneous market. The latter one here, I can point it out with my arrow, and you can talk about monopolistic competition, differentiated oligopoly, and so on. Because today, all markets, or everybody is different, and you can't, there's no markets that are similar nowadays. So go straight to this line and talk about the different kind of forms of competition from this particular line. A third model, on the company level, we can talk about the competitive positions that your company have. Right now, it could be a challenger. You can be the challenger in a new market, or you can be a follower. There will probably already be a leader. Unless you go into a blue ocean market, you can go and be straight away the market leader. Then we reached this model, the competitive profile on a company level. This one is a must that you always have to do when you do your competitive analysis. Whatever other model you choose, it's up for you to decide, but this is a must. As you can see here, it gives you so many good opportunities to actually argue for your choices in your marketing mix if you do a really, really good competitive profile um, in the very beginning of your analysis. So go and have a look. There are examples here how to argue within the resume, company profile, product program, price pattern, and so on. If you go through these 8 steps, you will have a pretty good idea on how to compete with your biggest competitor on that particular market. You get some very good insights, and you can also find this information on their website, by the way, most of it anyway. So it'd be not that difficult to actually find information to write about how you can do even better than your biggest competitor on the market. Benchmark is something we have to learn and train you in, but in benchmark is very good in real life. If you work in a company, you will have access to all the information you need in order for you to do this kind of leverage from low to high, 1 to 5 on, for instance, these 7 headlines. But at school, you would never ever come close or near to getting information about these 7 headlines. So what I would recommend you to do is, instead of doing the benchmark, the next best thing, as I said, is to do the competitive profile, because you can get the information from the website of the company, your biggest competitor. So do that instead. And as I said, that is a must in whatever you do on your competitive analysis. Just some a link to all the databases on Moodle. The biggest or main ones is MarketLine and Euromonitor, but there's a variety of other ones you can go and have a look at. A little bit about how to search on Google if it is necessary. Don't use it too much, but in some cases you have to use the Google search. This is just an example on how to do that. And finally, as I said, your job now is to do 2 different competitive models. You have to prepare and fill out 2 different competitive models. One of them has to be the competitive profile. The other one you choose yourself. It could be a variety. It could be on an industry level. It could be on a company level. It's your decision to make. That's all for now. And I hope this helped you a little bit about how to actually do a professional competitive analysis.